Hey guys, thank you for joining us for another episode of Beauty and okay.
I could leave that. Let's leave that. We're not even gonna fix that.
Fuck it. We're gonna leave that shit, okay? And I'm sorry, Grandma, Nanny. I didn't mean to curse, but we're doing it for charity.
Charity, that's right.
There's always a good reason behind it.
So welcome.
Welcome.
This is no filter.
As you can see.
How we roll.
So basically our episode today is called Hustle, Motivate, and Align. And what great topic is to have on a great guest who you will be seeing later.
You're gonna love her.
Lynn Adams.
Yes. Wait, I'm dying.
What's wrong?
I put on a new lip plumper. I'm not going to say the name because I don't want to, get harassed. But I'm dying. It is burning. I feel like I have little paper cuts and acid on my lip as we talk. Am I talking weird?
No,
it
you
hurts.
look amazing.
Do they look like they're getting bigger?
They do.
Tyler, do my lips look bigger? Are they?
Yes,
okay, then I'm going to take the pain.
Beauty is pain, ladies. Beauty is pain.
Okay, we're good. Continue, because we do have an amazing guest, and this is amazing.
I know, super excited to actually listen to her podcast, but I don't want to spoil it too much, so let's just get into some hustle, motivating, and align. Lauren, what do you do?
So the whole thing with this is going with the hustle of it, because everybody knows with, working on the weekends and, again, being moms, it's always been kind of a little bit of that touchy subject because I work every single weekend and I'm a mom, so doing the hustle of that, mom life, wife life, and then the work life. It's always a hustle. I feel like we're always hustling every single day, just being what we do in the beauty industry and also just having our everyday life. I was just actually talking to Jen about I had a slow weekend, meaning on my Saturday wasn't at 6 a.m. till 6 p.m. I only had one wedding. But you almost feel like we should have more work, and then also like, no, we have to enjoy those moments, which it's amazing. And she was like, I'm going to shut off my phone and you have the same on a Saturday and be with the kids, which we love, but it's also, you want to hustle and keep up with the work because
absolutely
that's what we do. That's our
money.
Yeah,
that's our cash.
Yeah.
And one thing that I also feel, especially as moms and women that are doing our thing, we at times feel guilty. But piece of advice if I can give is don't feel guilty, because before you were a mother, before you were a wife, you were you. Yeah. And I'm big on that. Don't get me wrong. I still feel guilty. I think that's just the mom in us that we're like that. But I want to give my kids someone to be proud of, which I'm sure that's what you're doing it for as well.
Well, that's the thing. It's not like you're out partying and you definitely have time for that on your nights when every woman deserves that. But having my kids grow up that their mommy worked and also, more importantly, loves what she does. Yes. It means everything. And I love that. I mean, my parents both worked. My mom worked part-time, but my father worked very, very full-time. And I never, my dad, I grew up knowing that my dad provided and took care.
And that's where you get your work ethic from, too.
Absolutely.
So you're showing a good example.
Make sure you comment below on that stuff. I want to see the working moms giving us shout outs.
Yeah, what do you guys do? Yeah. Do you guys feel guilty?
Yeah, I'd like to hear about that.
Yeah. So definitely comment. We want to hear from you.
Definitely. All right.
Okay, cool.
Let's listen to Kelly.
Let's bring her on. Ah! So if you're wondering who this remarkable lady is sitting next to us, this is Miss Lynn Adams. She's a business and life coach as well as the founder of the After 5 Club. Not only does she do these remarkable things, we actually put together events together because we love women empowerment. And also, she has an amazing podcast called Perfectly Imperfect.
Perfectly Imperfect.
This is good. That's good, though. That's good.
See, I was perfectly imperfect.
Exactly.
So thank you so much, first of all, for coming on and just spending some time with us. So let's just get started. I really wanted to kind of pick your brain since this episode is Hustle, Motivate, and Align. One of your podcast episodes was about blocking your blessings. And I just feel like that's so important because a lot of times we do block our own blessings. So I kind of wanted you to touch base on that for everyone that, wants to hear about it.
Yeah. So first of all, thank you so much for having me. This is amazing. I'm loving what you're doing. It's incredible. I think we block our blessings so many times, right? It comes in the form of self-sabotage, imposter syndrome. A lot of women deal with that. And it's the feeling of, okay, am I good enough? Am I worthy enough? Like, who am I to do that? Even though we have all these accomplishments, it's like, but then there's like this little creeping up of the negativity of, can I do this? Can I really succeed? Even though we have past accomplishments. And I think, J-Lo even said that in a recent interview. She was like 70 billion in sales, and she's like, wow, is this really real? So I think it affects everyone from when you're starting out to even when you're at the top of your game. J-Lo. You know what I mean?
Can I be her for a day?
Seriously. Yeah, so I think that's where we block our own blessings, and sometimes, again, we self-sabotage, right? We may not think we're good enough, so we'll maybe, not own the room, claim our power.
100%.
We'll, kind of be ladylike and be quiet, and sometimes we have to really own the room.
And then I feel sometimes if you do own it, people are like, oh, look at her. She's taking too much, but
Right.
But it's not. Sometimes it's okay to say, wait, I did a good job. Like, let me take ownership of that.
100%.
Yeah.
And especially even because my background is from corporate. So I've worked for companies like Gucci, DKNY, Kenneth Cole. And it's like, even in those industries, men, right, when they have an offer letter, they're like, this is what I'm worth. They might even not even know how to do the job, right? And women, it's like shown that they will not ask for their full amount of what they want, or what they're worth. So we have a lot of work, I think, as women to just fully stand in our power and claim our worth. And I think it's a daily thing. I think it's kind of like taking a shower, brushing your teeth, it's doing that daily work. And I think that goes across the board for men and women. But sometimes you just kind of have to step into it before you're ready.
Absolutely. And then also I wanted to ask you as far as motivating, because I love listening to Kelly talk. I will keep on talking to her so she can talk back to me.
True.
What advice could you give to somebody as far as from your past experiences? Because I just feel like right now we're in a time where we have to have side hustles.
Yeah.
And I love that you have the After 5 Club. So if you want to kind of touch base on that a little bit, just to,
Yeah. I think, today people are, they just want to, it's like this Instagram, Facebook, like this social media kind of world that people, put on this facade. And, nowadays it's so 100% cool to be entrepreneur, own your own business, or be in the limelight. And I think, for even the younger girls, it's a lot of pressure, especially the beauty industry. It's a lot of pressure to look good, to, be, so it's letting all of that go, letting all of that go and being okay. And that's why my podcast is Perfectly Imperfect.
So I can go to Wegmans with no makeup on and my leggings and look crazy, and it's okay, you're saying.
Own
own it, right? And it's
and when
not,
people ask me if I'm sick, I'm not. I'm just on my
right, exactly.
But I say, that's me. It's,
100%. And, one of my mentors when I was beginning, Gabrielle Bernstein, she would always say it comes from the inner, and that's what I work with people on. It's from the inner to the outer, right? And we did this experiment, and she's like, okay, and this is when I was coaching with her in the beginning, and she's like, let's just walk down the streets of New York. I want you guys to have no makeup on, and just we did a meditation. We really got aligned, right? Of our beingness, our worthiness. We're lovable. We're being of service in the world. And we literally walked down her street was 13th Street at the time, and people would just turn. You can feel the energy when you're in alignment. So I think that goes to show. So you might not have lashes on, or you might not have makeup, but it's who you are being, and that's where the shift happens. It's who you're being in the world. You can do. I mean, the beingness has to be accompanied with the doing and the having, but it's all of who are you being in this moment.
I love that. Who are you being in the moment?
Right.
I love that.
She's amazing.
We need that written somewhere on our table.
So you want to ask, how about we have Kelly join in one of our fun little games, and then we can go back to serious talk.
Okay, a fun game real quick. So you're on an island by yourself. You can't have, ask for food, water, family, a phone, but you have to bring one thing with you. You can't live without it.
Oh my God.
Give her two things.
Okay, two things.
That's
two
hard.
things.
Yeah.
Okay, one is chocolate.
Oh, okay, chocolate girl.
I'm obsessed. There was one point I was eating chocolate for breakfast.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh my God, I love it. And then the second thing, oh my God, that's such a good question. I would say a baseball cap. I don't know why. I just always whenever I'm not done up or whatever, I throw on a cap or whatever.
I want to do a three thing. Okay, one
three?
more.
Okay,
We'll do three.
Oh my gosh.
I'm three. Three is my favorite number. So
I would say, and this is really bad, but this is my cell phone. I just
No,
realized.
you can't bring it.
You
You
can't have cell phone.
You cannot bring
Oh
it.
my gosh, this is really hard.
Right?
I would say, gosh, this is really hard.
I know. It's always the 3 because I feel
The
like
last one is always hard.
It's always hard.
Yeah.
I would say, I don't know.
Stay with your toe.
Yeah, stay with my
with your toe.
toe.
Chocolate and a hat.
Should I give this to you?
What 2 things?
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is hard. Now I feel pressure. My armpits are sweating.
So deodorant.
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 Yes. Okay. Can I bring a guy? Because I'm gonna need.
No, you can bring family, people. You're on.
Well, I mean my husband, not a guy.
No. Awkward. No, I'm kidding. From episode 1, the famous person.
I would bring chapstick because I don't like when I get like sunburn on my lips.
Okay, so SPF. That
Yeah.
was in there.
You know, trying to live a little bit longer, whatever. And a change of underwear.
That's good.
Not just underwear, a change of underwear.
change, yeah.
Okay, sorry, alcohol, because we're gonna
Good point.
a cooler for my alcohol. Oh my God.
See
the third one?
I got this. I would say either a hairband or a bandana, because everybody that knows me, when I have no makeup on, the hair has to be up. Or I'd say hair product, because this with no product is like.
It's okay. It's okay.
Like, so I'm gonna say, oh my God, a hairband, because I would go
That's
nuts.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or be a razor to shave my hair. So, not even the legs. We're just gonna shave the head.
Hairy legs. That's your blanket at night.
Yeah. Keep the bugs away. Okay. Going back. So Kelly, the one thing I wanted to mention that I was talking about is anxiety that I've dealt with forever, and I feel like it's more common now than ever before. So from someone who has that, what is your best way on dealing with that or coping with that?
Yeah, that's huge. I have anxiety too.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people now do because of it's so
Yes.
noisy. So it starts like with your head, right? It's like what's going on in your head. There's so many things you can do, like logistically, right? Like you can meditate, you can stop and take 3 deep breaths. What I like to call, and I actually said this on my podcast, the most recent one, think of a ladder, right? And I like to call it like the consciousness ladder. And so when you have anxiety, you're kind of like in the middle, like lower end, right, on the ladder.
Right.
So it's like all we have to just focus on is like getting to that next ring, right? Like what's 5% better? Because when you have anxiety, you can't like jump and be like, oh, everything's great. Like I'm so calm. Like it's like, oh my God, right? So it's like, no, it's like what's 5% better? Like what in this moment, like taking, like what in this moment will make me feel just more at peace with like more grace and ease. And like that's how I deal with it. It's like, okay, and with the other things that help, like the meditation, the breathing, but I think that comes up a lot, and especially because it's our mind, it's our stories that run in our mind, and it's like right now it's just the only thing that matters is the present moment.
Absolutely.
Only thing. So it's like, okay, if I'm feeling really like constricted or anxiety or just pressure, what's just one thing, right, in this moment that will make me feel at ease and you know, just
I love that.
calm.
Yeah, because it's all in there. So.
And it might have to be a moment by moment. Like even if like 10 minutes later.
One step.
Yeah. Okay. Like what's okay. Like, you know, and keep doing, like keep asking. Cause I also talked about this, like sometimes, you know, I'm going through a really rough time right now in my personal life.
Yeah.
And it's like, I keep asking the question, okay, what is this showing me? What's the opportunity here? What is this? What is trying to emerge from this? Right. So I just keep asking that question, and then your brain will start to figure out and find out ways. You don't need to know the answer.
Right. Mm-hmm. I love that.
I love that. Actually, speaking of chocolate, I actually heard chocolate helps with anxiety. That when you're having an anxiety attack, if you take a little chocolate, it can also suppress it. Because something that's in chocolate, have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, I heard that. I don't know what technically.
I tried it when I had anxiety. It didn't work for me, but whoever it works
We ate a lot of chocolate, so you know.
And it could be anything.
Yeah.
It could be breathing. It could be like essential oils. It could be, I don't know, like working out. It could be anything.
That's what I do. I punch a lot of
Yeah.
things.
No, but thank you, right? That was great.
Appreciate that. Going back to
So
real
now
talk.
going back, basically, you know how we do at the end of every episode, we kind of give either a beauty tip, but today I think we need a motivational tip, especially from you, Kelly. So if you can give anyone that's listening right now advice or just anything, what would you say?
Okay, so my go-to is this. So if there's something in your head or your heart, it was placed in there and on your heart for a reason. So it's like, don't think you're not good enough. Don't think you can't do it. Like, you're here to do that thing that you cannot stop thinking about. And it might not just be one thing. It could be like 1 to 3 things. And so it's like, whatever that is, like, keep listening to it, keep taking action, aligned action. And just don't fucking stop.
I love it.
Yes!
So where can everybody like hear about you, find out about you, tell them all that good stuff?
Just my website, Kelly Lynn Adams, because everything kind of flows in. And on social media, it's Kelly Lynn Adams. So,
Awesome.
And my podcast, perfectly. But everything is in my...
Perfectly Imperfect. Make sure you go to iTunes, subscribe, download, listen every day. It's a great way to start your day, especially with Kelly Lynn.
Yeah, you're amazing.
Thank you so much
so
for having
much.
me. Thank you.
Thank you.
So tune into episode 3.
We're at 3 fingers, yeah.
I meant
The next time.
Yes.
And
We'll
thank
see
you
in-
so much, guys.
Thank you.